The Muffin Junkee serves tunes with your tea.
Welcome to episode 3, everybody. I'm Jay, your podcasting host. Wipe that sleep out of your eyes on this Sunday morning and come join me to listen to some psychedelic tunes and have some tea and muffins and other good stuff. It's now officially spring. Winter's over, so you no longer have to walk around looking like a giant overstuffed sleeping bag. Put away that toque in your parkas and your muckalucks, and let's get to some tunes, shall we?
It's all because of you. It's all because of you. It's all because of you. There's nothing I could do and there's nothing that I could say. There's nothing that can stop me from feeling this way. Just before I go, I would like to let you know I would rather tell you straight than to be untrue. It's all because of you. It's all because of you. It's all because of you. I can eat and I can sleep and I can even write my day. Daytime, nighttime, anytime, it's all the same. Just before you go, there is something you should know. I would rather tell you straight than to be untrue. Oh, yeah. Could say. Just before we go, I would like to let you know I would rather tell you straight than to be without you. Yes, it's all because of you. 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 It's all because of you.
back, all you early morning breakfast aficionados. I just played All Because of You by the Magnificent Brotherhood. Then I played another cool track called Sparrow by the Rex Arms. And finishing up that first set was She by the Robert John Jenkins set. I wanted to give a shout out to the folks at Music Alley and point out everything played today on this podcast is PodSafe music provided by the folks at www.viveo.com. Folks, you're in for a special treat today, and no, it's not going to be to learn about muckalucks. Muckalucks are a boot made of reindeer skin for all you non-Canadian listeners. Now you can sound hip if you ever come out to Canada. No, today is going to be a special feature called A Double Shot of Sugar with Your Tea. I'm going to play 2 songs by a featured artist. In this case, it's going to be Jim Guittard. And after the 2 songs, I'm going to talk a bit about Jim's background, his musical influences, the equipment he uses for recording, his philosophy, of course his albums, and much, much more. So it's going to be a really interesting feature. So let's get to it. A Double Shot of Sugar in Your Tea, featuring Jim Guittard. A double shot of sugar in your tea.
Losing our freedom is patted down by demons. Liberty's on trial, they'll not go out of style. Fixers lie to us, justice looks to us. Little radiation, it's all good for the nation. Better wake up now, lady won't know how. Better wake up now, make yourself about. Alex Jones spikes guitar, hammer on the rock. We're not terrorists, fixers take us off your watch list. Look into what I'm saying, there's no time for delaying. Your rights are slowly going away, get up, don't stay. Better wake up now, baby, you won't know how. Better wake up now, make yourself about. You say you're wrong, I write the song. Step aside, just your fight. Better wake up now, baby, you won't know how. Better wake up now, make yourself about.
So you just heard two amazingly sweet tracks by our featured artist today, Jim Guittard. You heard 3 Weeks After and Make Yourself a Vow. Now Jim's background is this. He's out of Fort Worth, Texas at the moment. That's where he resides. But he's originally from Dallas, Texas. But he traveled around a bit through Hollywood and Portland, Oregon, and he even taught English in Bulgaria. It's hard to label Jim's music, and I'm kind of hesitant too, but it's sort of a mixture of psychedelic lo-fi with folk rock, country influences, and experimental components thrown in. His influences are the Byrds, Bob Dylan, Anton Newcomb from Brian Jonestown Massacre, and much more. He has a 6-string 330 Rickenbacker guitar he likes to use, but he also has a 12-string 330 version of the Rickenbacker and a Dr. Groove drum machine that he incorporates, as well as some shakers, and even on one album he had a friend play pots and pan type for drums. This next thing, in fact, about Jim, this is really cool. I think this is like a Jesus of cool moment. Oh yeah, trust me, it's right up there on the Richter scale of cool. Jim has also been in a band called the Ragas, featuring himself and Henry McGuinn, the son of legendary Byrds co-founder Roger McGuinn. Oh yeah, I know, how cool is that, right? They were in a band called the Ragas together, and Jim ran into Henry in a chance encounter in a California guitar shop while looking for an amp. So basically it went down like this. Henry complimented Jim on his playing as Jim was testing out an amp, and they found out they had, lots in common with musical interests, and the rest, they say, is history. They went on to form a band called the Ragas together, as I said. For the official recantation of what happened, you can check that at jimguittard.com. And if you'd like to hear Jim's music with Henry and the Ragas, that you can hear that at www.myspace.com, the Ragas. And Jim explained to me about Raga music and what it entailed, where they incorporate certain, the sitar and the tablas, and just the way the vocalizations are. And he pointed me out and turned me on to the video Why by the Byrds, and that really blew my mind. And by chance, I stumbled upon a Kinks track called See My Friends, which is also a great example of raga, and you can hear the South Asian Indian influence on that track as well. So check those out too. Yeah, and I wanted to mention that Jim has 7 albums. Forward is his current album. He also has the Guittard tapes, Rise, 96-98, the notorious GIDD, California Days, and Busted in Bulgaria. Jim told me, for listeners of the show here, the most psychedelic album of the bunch was California Days, but also the Guittard tapes, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, contain lots of psychedelia. I found the notion of the Guittard tapes particularly interesting. They've basically been misplaced from 4-track tapes that he had, in storage. All of the tracks, apparently, Jim said, were recorded in Los Angeles in the 1999 to 2003, if I'm not mistaken, period, during the California Days sessions. And they, it's a lo-fi album. I think these are some classic songs. Jim's main site, we can learn all about his albums and about him in general, is at http://www.jamendo.com/en/artist/Jim Guittard. Well, that's a tongue twister, but I hope you got it because it's a great site. So check that out. As if the podcast can't get any sweeter, we're going to play a 3rd song by Jim Guittard. Jim has graciously agreed to allow a 3rd song. I know I said a double shot, but he has such great music. We're going to hear a 3rd track from Jim. It's called Raga Train, and here it is.
Pays away for all those lost every day. We do not give in to bad. We make the midst for all the land. Rocket train takes a turn, but all its beautiful about this world. We go slow and fast, always trying to stay on track. Rise will stand tall, that will be our call. We're on a mission of truth. We rid the dark of blues. Get on the rocket train if you please. There'll be no one to collect fees. Broadcast the music of the life. It'll bring you more sight. Pays away for all those lost every day. We could give into fast. We make the mess for all the
That was Raga Train, if you didn't hear me introduce it earlier, by Jim Guittard, an amazing track. I just want to thank Jim for agreeing to be the featured artist here on this special edition of the Muffin Junkee Serves Tunes with Your Tea, episode number 3. So now, That concludes, I should say, the double shot of Sugar with Your Tea, featuring Jim Guittard on this episode. Now we're going to go into a song by the Red Plastic Buddha.
Returns with truth to be collected. One to one of many, one too many always be. One is waiting to be resurrected.
Waves by the Red Plastic Buddha, and they're out of Chicago's psychedelic underground movement. Yeah, they're a band that I really dig too, and I highly recommend checking them out. Apparently they're going to have a new album soon. As soon as I know any more, I'll talk about it on the show. Alright, as previously mentioned, today is a special edition of the Muffin Junkee serves tunes with your tea, considered a collector's edition. Seal it in a hermetically sealed bag and keep it in a graduate room temperature. It featured a special segment on a featured artist, and that would be Mr. Jim Guittard, who again I thank you, Jim, for all that you did, for helping me put together this segment on your music. Much appreciated. And again, many thanks, Jim. And this special edition won't happen on every episode of the Muffin Junkee serves tunes with your tea, only on selected ones that I choose, specially selected ones. And having said that, if you're an artist that I've played on the show before, or you feel your music is psychedelic and it's pod safe and want to be a featured artist, you can contact me at j.daniels43@gmail.com. Well, time's ticking away, folks. We're getting towards the end of the special edition of episode 3. It's a beautiful spring day out there. I want to get out and partake of the newness of nature. And, and observe the female of the species. And so what I think I'll do is play 3 songs, and we're going to end it that way. Just give me a second, I'll announce what the songs will be, and then I'll play them. And so the final 3 songs are going to be Don't Say No by Brian Hartzog, and then Used to Be a Sensitive Guy by Grand Atlantic, and to finish the show will be My April by Mark Alexander McIntyre. Alright, folks, hope you enjoyed the show, special edition, and this is Jay, over and out.
Don't you want a last Italian meal to remember our romance by? I guess there's something that I really have to know. When you're with him, don't you still feel alone? Are you thinking don't say no. Please don't say no. I was thinking we could drink some wine by quiet candlelight. Maybe later talk old times and laugh away the night. But first, there's something I gotta know. When you're with him, don't you still feel
can't get it through my head that I'm supposed to let you leave. There's only one thing that I have to know, 'cause with him I can tell you're more alone. Are you ever gonna let him go? Don't say no.